ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ॐ निधये सर्वविद्यानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ विदिताखिलशास्त्रसुधा जलधे महितोपनिषत् कथितार्थनिधे हृदये कलये विमलं चरणं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्। समस्त ब्रह्मविद्या आचार्येभ्यो नमः। मण्डूकमहर्षये नमः। गौडपादाचार्यवर्याय नमः। आद्यशङ्करसद्गुरवे नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ॐ अथ अथर्ववेदान्तर्गत माण्डूक्य उपनिषदो शान्तिमन्त्रः। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः स्तुष्ट्वागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः। स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। अथ चतुर्थ प्रकरणम् अलातशान्तिप्रकरणम्। ॐ ज्ञानेनाकाशकल्पेन धर्मान् योगगणोपमान् ज्ञेया भिन्नेन सम्बुद्धः तं वन्दे द्विपदाम्बरम्। अस्पर्शयोगो वै नाम सर्वसत्त्वसुखोहितः अविवादो विरुद्धश्च देशितः तं नमाम्यहम्। भूतस्य जातिमिच्छन्ति वादिनः केचिदेव हि अभूतस्यापरे धीराः विवदन्तः परस्परम्। भूतं न जायते किञ्चित् अभूतं नैव जायते विवदन्तो द्वया हि एवम् अजातिं ख्यापयन्ति ते। हरि ओम. Salutations to the Lord, the Guru Parampara, especially our Manduka Maharshi, Gaudapada Acharya, Adya Shankara Bhagavan. We are studying Mandukya Upanishad. In this, we are in to the fourth Prakarana, ALAATHA Shanti. In this Prakarana, the two portions are there. The second portion is the ALAATHA, the movement of the mind, is Shanta, made quietened, by which the entire world is dissolved, mind is dissolved, the experience of the self is gained. Second portion of this Upanishad. In the first portion, all those Dvaitins who oppose the Ekamevadvayam Brahma, they themselves have their own thoughts, philosophies, which are mutually cancelling. By thus understanding the mutual cancelling aspects of them, their authority is denied, their philosophy is denied, thus Ekameva Dvayam Brahma is established. Remember, all this is in the internal inquiry before we transcend all Maya and experience the Paramatma. The entire world of Dvaitins is within the Maya. They are not able to inquire further. Mutually, when they cancel, then the cancellation dissolves the Maya. What reveals is Ekameva Dvayam Anubhava. When the Anubhava comes, nothing of the Dvaita. But before that, as seekers or the sadhakas are in the Maya, in the Dvaita, our Vyavahara we can't avoid. But being in this Vyavahara only, without harming the Vyavaharika Jagat, within ourselves, slowly we evolve in our ultimate knowledge about absolute truth. Other than that, whatever is there in which we ourselves are involved, yet it is found ultimately to be not correct, non existing. Like in Vyavahara, we talk to each other. Through that only the knowledge communication is done. Without that, you can't. But this is not ultimate. Ultimate is Paramatma only. That first we study, then intellectually understand, then meditate, then realize. After realizing also of the Ekameva Dvayam Brahma, our Vyavahara will be there in Dvaita only because Vyavahara cannot be in Advaita. But what happens there if you ask, all bondages are in Dvaita, those will go away because the vision now there is of Advaita. Like I gave you that example. Servant has broken a cup saucer. You scold that fellow because Dvaita. Same cup broken by your own child or grandchild. You will not become angry because it's your own child, Advaita. Cup break is same. Dvaita problem, Advaita no problem. World remains same. But in the world, if you see the Advaita Atma, no problem. If you see the Dvaita, only problem. So in the first portion of the Karikas, the Dvaitas only relativity Mithyatva, but not real. This aspect is proved. Then we ask, what is the ultimate reality? Then Advaita only. All this is being explained to our own intellect by our own higher intellect. Intellect is itself two levels. The lower intellect believes in the Dvaita. Higher intellect will have to explain to the lower intellect about the Advaita. Both of them should mix. Only one intellect should work that the ultimate truth is Ekameva Advayam Brahma. Then the relative expression or the relative Vyavaharik reality is Dvaita. If Advaita is experienced and accepted as ultimate, Advaitin has a no problem if there is a Vyavahara. Manduka Karikakara Gaudapadaji, he says even Dvaita is not required for that also. अब उसको भी क्यों पकड़े? When you have the bliss of Advaita, be in that. He is little ultimate and he is true also. Is it not? अब जब चीज बुरा है, हेल्थ के लिए बता है, तो टेस्ट भी क्यों करना? थोड़ा टेस्ट ही कर रहा हूँ, मैं एम नॉट खा रहा हूँ मैं, ऐसे कह के लोग को थोड़ा मीठा नहीं लेते हैं, इवन दे आर डायबिटिक. But a true patient of diabetic means true sincere one. He says, when I know it is harmful, why should I taste it? Is it not? In the same way, Ajatavadi, Bhagavan Gaudapada Karika are at this level. He says, even why should we accept about the creation at all? There's only truth. That's how his language. And that's what it is. Okay. Now, first shloka is salutation to the God, to the Guru, to the Advaita Tattva. In the second shloka, the glory of Advaita Tattva explained and salutations are extended to the Guru who gave this vision. What is that second श्लोक में आपने देखा कि अस्पर्श योगो वै नाम. This yoga of Advaita Brahma, when you gain, it is after that asparsha. It cannot be touched by ignorance, nor by delusion, nor by the upadhi, nor by the modification of upadhi, nor by the dukkha and bandhana given by the upadhi. That is the glory of this yoga, asparsha. दुख का लेश मात्र भी स्पर्श नहीं होगा. And then sarva sattva, it has all the strength and power. Sukhaha, it is all blissful. The sarva word you can add to all three. Sarva sattva, sarva sukhaha, sarva hitaha. It is a hitaha. It is hita. श्रेयस हो. तो सत्व भी है स्ट्रेंथ, सुख भी है आनंद, हित भी है वेलफेयर. Then avivadaha. It has no argument with anyone. Why aviruddhaha? Because it's not opponent to anyone. To have an argument and to have an opponent, to have an argument, you have to have an opponent. In them, there's no opponent only. Then who with you argue? Such tattva deshitaha I am directed to. By whomever that Guru Parampara, Guru Tattva, Paramatma, Tam Namami, I am saluting. Okay, now from third mantra onwards, the Dvaitins, what their standpoints, how mutually cancel each other, leading to the establishment of Advaita Ajata, Brahman alone always. It has never become creation at all. In this way, these discussions in very sublime fashion they go. Only after studying these Upanishads, all earlier ones in an ashrama and contemplated on them, and a deep level of inner poise we achieved after the knowledge, that these subtle logics can be studied. Perhaps you and I don't have this, but academically we are seeing them to the extent possible. They are very heavy, no doubt. Boring bhi hoga wo, and our intellects may not reach to that level. Just like little wisdom mother father gives, the child says, Mama, ab mat batao. So his intellect is not ready to listen even about dharma adharma. You have to study beta, should not play. His intellect is that immature level, overpowered with the mind and senses, which tell him to play. So too, we have to accept a fact: our mind intellects are weak, non-energetic, nor subtle, nor powerful enough to pierce through these intellectual logics that are given. But it indicates to us both things. One, the possibilities of intellectual higher knowledges. Second, therefore, at what level we are, how we have to prepare. Then a tapana comes in us, a desire. Ki, let me become Shuddha Sattva Guni. Let me become many, more and more Sukshma. Then let me become intellectually very Shaktishali. So that I will pierce through these mantras and bhashyas to understand the highest standpoint of Parabrahma Tattva as given by Karikakara Gaudapada Bhashyakara Shankara. That's how we can help ourselves, inspiring ourselves. I can't understand करके छोड़ दो, you will remain always at the level of non-understanding. I am sure this will take few lives for us to catch what is said in Mandukya, especially the Alatha Shanti. But doesn't matter, it's a beginning. Okay, now the third mantra. Bhutasya jati michanti vadinah kechidev hi abhutasya pare dhiraha vivadantah parasparam. So, in the mantra itself, catch the literal meaning. Then bhashya. So, kechid vadinah, some Dvaitavadins. What they say? Bhutasya jatim ichanti. They say the creation is created out of something which is already there. Bhutasya means already which is there. Jatim ichanti, from that only the entire world of names and forms is created. They say. Clear? Kechid vadina vada. That's how they stand to that point. And from where that creation came? They talk what we Vedantins talk only from the Maya, from the Mahatattva and all. But in this Alatha Shanti Prakarana, the Karikakara's attempt is what? Even this Prakriti, Maya, Jagat, the Mahatattva, all of that also is rejecting. That is why nothing greater than Mandukya and nothing greater than Alatha Shanti Prakarana in the Mandukya. The Vedantins Advaitin, we would talk about the creation as Vivarta from Paramatma through this Avyakta, जो हम ही के हमारे बात को यहाँ टालने वाली बात है. You understand what we studied so far? That alone is transcended for the next level in the Mandukya. What is Mandukya stand finally? Alatha Shanti, Ajatavad. Nothing born. Only Brahma is always is there. Neither born as Pratibimba or Avacheda or Vivarta. In no way the creation is there at all. He is at the ultimate. Keep in the mind if possible. So one category of Dvaitins are creation came from something existing already. What are the opinion of the other people? Abhutasya apare dhiraha. Other people who think they are intelligent, they say there was nothing in the beginning, then creation came. Vivadanta parasparam. That's how they are fighting eternally. Now, this is what yesterday in Bhagavata Krishna Bhagavan said, Viparyaha Khyati. He said, Vikalpo Khyati. In the Khyati Vadins, I am Vikalpa. Means what? Anybody talks his philosophy and sticks to that, he will not compromise with his other fellow will not compromise, so it will not be sorted out. It is like any two nations border issue. Governments come and change, prime minister come and change, चलता ही रहता है. ये भी ऐसा ही. So, what is the beginning with which our Karikakara is starting? Ki one Vadin Sankhya talk about they are called as Sankhya. From something the creation came. And Nyaya Vaisheshikas क्या कहते हैं? From nothing creation came. These are their standpoints. So they are doing their Vivada. Now in the Vivada, what is happening? These people are logically cancelling their view. Those people are cancelling logically their view. Thus, mutually their views are cancelled. About what? Creation came from something, creation came from nothing. Their topic is about creation. Their topic is about creation. Listen carefully. Somebody said from something. Other fellow said no. This fellow said from nothing. That fellow said no. But they are talking about creation. So both of them refuted. From what? Something or nothing. By this, what is getting refuted is creation only. तो इसने उसका क्रिएशन को, उसने इसका क्रिएशन को कैंसल कर दिया. Therefore, creation cancel हो गया. Therefore, अजातवाद. Creation never happened. That is what is Ajatavada of our Mandukya Karikakara. Is it not? So they only fighting with each other and cancelling it. We accept their conclusion. We are not worried about their arguments. So that is what is said in this third mantra. So bhutasya vidyamanasya vastunah jatihi utpattim icchanti. Vadinah kechit evahi sankyaha. Na sarve eva dvaitinah. Not all dvaitin, but sankyas talk like that. From something creation came. You see all the creation, from something it came. Then yasmat means other alternative. Abhutasya, avidyamanasya, from non-existence. Apare means other dvaitins. Vaisheshikaha nayayikaha cha. The Nyaya Vaisheshikas talk about Dhiraha, Dhimantaha, Pragna Abhimaneha Ityarthaha. They think they are intelligent and all that. They say it was nothing earlier, creation came from. They say Ityarthaha. Thus Vivadantaha, Viruddham Vadantaha. They are talking opposite to each other. Anyonyam Icchanti Jetum iti Aviprayaha. Both of them are desirous to defeat others and get victorious in their own opinion. Now in the fourth mantra, Karikakara says, in fact, through their vivada or viruddhata or mutual fighting, What is coming out as conclusion? एवं विरुद्धवदनेन अन्योन्यपक्षप्रतिषेधं कुर्वद्भिः किं ख्यापितं भवति? What is established there? Mutual quarrel or fighting or argument or defeating each other. Iti uchyate, said in the fourth mantra. Bhutam na jayate kinchita, abhutam naiva jayate, vivadanto dvayahi evam ajatim khyaapayanti te. See, this subtlety you and I as the students of Upanishad have to have. Then we will catch the point of view of Karikakar. First he is telling, Bhutam na jayate kinchitu. So the Nayayika Vaisheshika say, Bhutam already there, no? Then how can the creation come from it? Their standpoint is creation can come from where there is nothing. When already something is there, how can you talk as creation? That's how from something creation is coming, that they refuted. Abhutam naiva jayate. Then the Sankyans say, Abhutam means non-existence. No. From non-existence, something existing, how can it come? Is their vada. By these two, what is the conclusion coming to us, not to both of them? Both of them are struggling to establish theirs by defeating the other. We as a witness from distance, what we are catching from their mutual arguments and cancellation is Vivadanto Dvaya api evam. In this way, both of them, while fighting with each other, Advayahi ajatim kyapayanti te. They are doing the kyapanam, explanation or conclusion of ajati only. They are describing about ajati. The conclusion is non-born. Advaya Brahma alone is there. In them, whatever clearly, strongly you see, Stula Sukshma Karana Jagat, still none of them are born at all in him. This will come when we go to the ALAATHA Shanthi Prakarana 40, 50, 60 mantras. All these will come. Now, this Bhashyakara makes it more vivid. Let us see what it tells. Now, Bhutam means Vidyamanam Vastu. That already is there. Na Jayate Kinchito. It is not born. Why? Vidyamanatvat Eva. Because it is already existing. Example, though, koi Atmavato. The self, I am already there. I never born from myself. I am already there. Already there thing cannot be born. Iti evam vadan. In this way I am speaking, asadvadi, the Nyaya Vaisheshika people, Sankhya Paksham Pratishedati. They do the Pratisheda rejection of the opinion of the Sankhyans. So what they are rejecting of the Sankhya? From the existence, creation cannot come. What the Sankyans said, from the existence, creation came. So both of them are standing on existence. But he says creation is there. He says from existence, creation cannot come. Therefore, this Vaisheshika Anyaya rejecting the creation of the existence. Existence is there. Avadvaya Brahma. He that way rejected the creation. That's how the Sankhyan is refuted by न्याय वैशेषिक जो है उससे वो है का क्रिएशन कैसा होगा? नहीं होगा, नहीं है तो ही क्रिएशन होगा. क्रिएशन इन वेरियस नेम्स एंड फॉर्म्स इन द फॉर्म ऑफ द वर्ल्ड बात की बात. पहले क्रिएशन हुआ कि नहीं हुआ, तो किस रूप में हुआ, और नहीं हुआ तो हुआ ही नहीं. If the creation has happened, what sort of creation can be the next discussion? First to sort it out that. Like first decide should we go for movie or not. After that only if you say yes, then which movie. If you decide no movie to go, then you don't need to think which movie, no? Same way, if the creation has happened or not, when you finalize, then in what form, how it became. At the root level only, our Mandukya Karikakara cuts it. He says the existing thing say creation kaisa hoga? It's already there, no? This is how the Nyaya Vaisheshika is they are called Asadvadi. They are rejecting the Sadvadi of the Sankhyan. Therefore, Sat Janma, Sat is always there, it is not born. No. Then only it is called Sat. That is the meaning of refutation of Nyaya Vaisheshika, refuting the Sankhyan. Now, what the Sankhyans do you think they keep quiet? Just like in a parliament or assembly, when the opposition talks, do you think the ruling party keeps quiet? When the ruling party does opposition, ये तो देश के लिए काम तो 10% ही होता है, 90% तो लड़ाई झगड़े में जाता है. काम हो ही रहा है, anyway होता रहा है, but in the sessions opposition तो बोलता ही है. तो what the Sankhyan is saying, अच्छा तुम मेरे को ऐसे कहते हो, I'll tell you, तथा अभूतम means अविद्यमानम, not at all existing. अविद्यमानत्वात् ये है ही नहीं है, न जायते, it will not be born only. And I gave my example Atmavat. What is your example? Shashabishanavat. Is the horn of the rabbit there? No. Therefore, can the rabbit's horn be born? No. There is no concept of rabbit's horns. Then how can you talk about the birth of the horns of the rabbit? In its entire lifespan, let us say the rabbit lives for 2 years if you fully take care, 3 years. If you neglect it, 6 months, 1 year. So, there is a concept called as rabbit having horn. So, it is nasti. Therefore, throughout the life, you wait for the rabbit to develop the horn. Hoga kya? No. So, from the nasti, how the creation can come? Therefore, by this argument, the Sankhyan is rejecting the creation only again. First fellow took asti. Second fellow took his asti and said, asti se creation nahi aayega. Second example mein, both of them took nasti, but creation rejected. What we want as an Advaitins is first to reject the creation. Then we discuss, asti hai ki nasti hai. It is so simple. You will experience the world only as asti, na? Nasti ka to experience hoga hi nahi. Therefore, nasti is rejected, asti alone is accepted. Therefore, what is there is always existing, ekameva advayam brahma. In that, there is no creation happened, therefore, ajata. Creation ही नहीं हुआ तो problem कहाँ है? Creation is the problem. From the creation, problems get created. Is it not? In the self which is existing, there is no problem. In the existence, there is no problem. In the creation only there is problem. Creation is rejected, there is no existence. There is no problem. In the pure, infinite, blissful existence, we are one with. So, अन्योन्यस्य पक्षौ सदसतोः जन्मनि प्रतिषेधन्तः. सत्य से हो या असत्य से, वो अलग बात. बट क्रिएशन क्या है? जन्म, उसका प्रतिषेध हो गया. क्रिएशन इज रिजेक्टेड. व्हेन क्रिएशन इज रिजेक्टेड, in what form the creation? Question doesn't come. When we are talking this, your mind is on this world which is seen. What we are saying is, the world which is seen is created, no? Yeah. First of all, creation hua ki nahi? Bata. From the Asat, the creation cannot come. From the Sat, the creation cannot come. Therefore, did the creation come? No. No, this is an intellectual, deeper, contemplative thought. This level is different than the mind senses working to perceive the world. This is different level. वो उस level से. Different level. Like a person, he did crime, but he hired a liar. He tells all his crime and says, "Mujhe bachao, take money." Now the lawyer argues in the court as if he is not a culprit. उसका वो लेवल अलग है, बिकॉज he accepted that case, he'll try his best. But when he is with the person, he will ask him, तुमने बताओ कैसे मारा उसको. वो कहता है उधर नहीं मारा, लेकिन इधर कहता है तुमने कैसे मारा बताओ. और फिर ही विल मैनिपुलेट, ये एक्सीडेंटली हुआ, डेलिबरेटली हुआ, प्रोवोकेशन के कारण हुआ, फर्स्ट पार्ट ऑफ द मूवमेंट हैपेंड. either he will try to remove the punishment or at least he tries to reduce. In the same way, vyavahara for the time being goes on, will be normal, but we are at the highest level of intellect, subtlest level of intellect, taking the world as creation, trying to understand the cause of it. It has only two causes: it is coming from something or it is coming from nothing. From something, something cannot come. From nothing, something cannot come. Therefore, coming is not there. Therefore, creation is not there. And yet, how it is appearing? It is all Maya. वो बात की बात है. Now, at what level of intellect these people who study this Mandukya, Alatha Shanti must be to revel in this contemplation. Now, if they are identified Dehendriya Manobuddhi and they want the variety of bhoga of the vastus of Jagat, do you think they can talk about this subject? They will be afraid only. कि अगर creation ही नहीं कहा तो no, I can't enjoy anything only. They'll be in that level because उनका मनोबुद्धि देह से इंद्रियों से तादाद में है. That's why the Viveka Vairagya. At that bhumika of the Vritti Nirodha, we will do these contemplations. That's the highest level. So, in this fourth mantra, it is so clearly said कि तथा अभूतम अविद्यमानम अविद्यमानत्वात् नैव जायते शशविषाणवतिति एवं वदन. In this way, by giving the example of shashavishana, the horns of the rabbit, Sankhya api, the Sankhyan also, asadvadi paksham. The asadvadi का जो opinion है, asat janma, the janma coming from the asat, that is pratishedati, they rejected. They accepted creation. They inquired whether creation is from sat or asat. They, through logic, understood that from the sat creation cannot come, from the asat creation cannot come. Therefore, what they started is acceptance of creation. What they concluded is rejection of creation. What they means we, while listening to both of them. That's what he says. Vivadantaha means viruddham vadantaha. That way, both of them talking opposite to each other. Advayaha means advaitinah api. इवन अद्वैतिन में भी कुछ लोग जो लोअर लेवल पे है, सृष्टि को मिथ्या के रूप में, माया कल्पित के रूप में व्यवहार के लिए कि उपदेश के लिए यूज करते हैं. इवन दे आल्सो आर रिजेक्टेड बाय कारिकाकार. अद्वैतिनः अपि एते अन्योन्यस्य पक्षौ सदसतोः जन्मनि प्रतिषेधन्तः. So what you and I have to do as purest Advaitin, from both standpoints, we have to see that the creation is rejected. So what was the promise made, or what is the theme of Alatha Shanti? In the beginning said, all the Dvaitins, they have their own arguments, but they are mutually cancelling. By their mutual cancellation, what remains is we, the Advaita Ajata. So he is doing that prakriya here. क्रिएशन है कह के कहता है कोई, ये भी हाँ क्रिएशन है. दोनों मिले. लेट अस टॉक लाइक दिस. सांख्यंस वैशेषिकास, वैशेषिक न्याय. सांख्यन कहता है भाई क्रिएशन है, वैशेषिक कहता है हाँ क्रिएशन है. Both are true. Happy. They enjoyed for some time creation. Then suddenly the Vaisheshikana asked the Sankhya, yeah, how the creation came? The Sankhya said from something. He said, already something hai. How can the creation come? That means your creation is not there, he says. अब तूने भी कहा ना क्रिएशन है, तुम बताओ कैसा क्रिएशन? From nothing creation came, he said. Sankhya laughed and said, अरे पागल, From nothing, how can the creation come? Therefore, your creation also not there. Thus, his creation, that fellow, that creation, this fellow rejected by saying that from the Sat creation cannot come. One fellow says, from the Asat creation cannot come. Other fellow says. What we are accepting from both of them is creation is not there. Because it is possible only from Sat or Asat. सत्यवादी को ने असत ने रिजेक्ट किया, असतवादी को ने सत्य ने रिजेक्ट किया. We are watching and seeing no creation. We got the benefit of it. Without, that's why avivada, aviruddha. We have no virodha, no vivada. They did vivada, they both collapsed. We stand. This is ultimate, this same philosophy which we are talking now, you will listen 20, 30, 40 times, deeply, sincerely, our intellects will rise to the level of the thinking of Shankara and further to Karikakara, Gaudapad. Adbhuta. You are one without second Brahman all the time. We are all. अन्योन्यस्य पक्षौ सतसतोः जन्मनि प्रतिषेधन्तः अजातिम means अनुत्पत्तिम. Arthat means by default or by consequence kyapayanti, prakashayanti. So what they are throwing light ultimately for us is ajatim, anutpattim. In fact, creation has not happened. That is the subtlety. Again, I gave you example yesterday. You are seeing the ocean. You are seeing the water. You are seeing the waves. You are seeing the birth and death of waves. You are seeing birth and death of many waves. And yet, other than the water, there is no ocean. There are no waves. There are no different waves. There are no births and deaths of the wave. This is called Ajatavada. You are convinced in that. You are established in that. Because the moment you accept the jati, immediately you have to accept the dravya, guna, kriya, all of them pull you from that blissful state to the blisterful state of misery. See, when you say everything is water, discussion is over. But when you say Samudra, then the thinking starts how big it is, from how many rivers the waters are coming in the ocean, there are cyclones are there, the waves are there, tides are there, ripples are there, bubbles are there, foam is there, whirlpools are there. All that is there when you accept thing as something other than water. In water, none of them. Hope we are trying to listen, at least. It's not out of fear, it's not out of knowledge. Then at a lower level, Shankara Adi will come and help us. Then in that Ajata Brahma, how come this all? Then he says Maya. What is Maya? Anirvachaniya. It has got the Avarana and Vikshepa Shakti. Because of Avarana, the truth is hidden. Because of Vikshepa, untruth is projected. On what? On Paramatma only. What about Maya? It is an indivisible power from the Lord. Is that really there? From the Lord's standpoint, it is not there. From the creation standpoint, it is there. No, all of them have the standpoint. When you clearly 10 times listen and think and understand, you will know the position of what is what. And the ultimate thing to be known is only two. Which position binds, which position liberates. Liberating position you live in. Don't come to the level of binding position. Dvaita binds you, Advaita liberates you. Live in Advaita, but know that live in Dvaita, because in Vyavahara you have to have Dvaita, but know that it is Advaita only. Like the entire body is Dvaita, but I am one common in all of them, Advaita. So to the entire family, all are Dvaita, but we are one family, Advaita. So to that one Brahma Tattva is Advaita, that alone is permeating. Give maximum importance value to that. In the Vyavahara, using the Advaita, if you have an Advaita, what gunas you have, those you express. Like in Dvaita, there is Dvesha. In Dvaita, there is Krodha. There is Asuya. But in Advaita, there is Prema. There is Kshama Guna. There is Seva. So Advaita लक्षणों को उपयोग करते हुए द्वैत में रहो तो द्वैत gives entertainment, joy. That Dvaita reflects Advaita Ananda only. But if the Dvaita Lakshanas of negativity, if you involve in a, you will get its result of dukkha. So Advaita Jnana, then Advaita Lakshanas of Prema Ityadi, then Dvaita Vyavahara. So I talk to you, it is a Vyavahara. In there I am the talker, you are listener, speaker, listener. There is always Dvaita is there. But the Lakshana of the Advaita in between us is my respect, reverence, love for you. Because in one there is always prema. Just like prema makes it one, in oneness there is prema. Now when I this way with Advaita Lakshana of prema, do the Vyavahara of talking lovingly to you, giving all help to you, we may live together for 2000 years, we will never have problem. But with all the Advaita Jnanam inside theoretically, but the Lakshanas are of Dvaita of you are different, I am different, therefore I am selfish, I need something from you, I don't give you. In minutes only, we will have Dukkha Naraka. Just telling how the Advaita Jnana, Advaita Lakshana leads to the happiness even though if we live in Vyavahara Dvaita at the lower level. Higher level, there is no Dvaita accepted, only Ajatavada. What is there is only water. Nobody can deny it. In any ocean of the universe, there is water. They are searching for water only, even in moon, in Angaraka. Surya में भी पानी को ढूंढ रहे हो. And wherever you go, water is same. That is accepted principle. In the same way, Advaita Brahma. It's only beginning. We are slowly trying to analyze and understand and become little by little deeper. So if this much is understand today, ki the Sankhya and Nyaya Vaisheshika, two party, both say creation is there. Some say from nothing, some say from other thing, from already existing thing. Much of them cancel. By their logic, what is found is creation only is not. That's what he says. Okay. Now, tarihi प्रतिवादिभिः उक्तत्वात् अजातिः अपि भवता प्रत्याख्यया इति आशंक्य आह. Hmm. 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 So, when both of them are talking, listen carefully. Why don't you go and tell them that, my dear friend, you say the existence creation came from existence, you say the creation came from non-existence. I tell you the conclusion, ki, creation has not at all happened. Listen to my opinion. Why don't you go and tell them? A question is asked by Purva Pakshi to the Ajatavadi. In the question only there is answer actually. When I myself am saying that Ajata, then where are these two Pakshas to whom I have to speak? That is a direct intellectual, logical, simple answer. But in this mantra number 5, the Karikakara's opinion. Ki, I got the essence of it. I need not go and tell them. Because they themselves are fighting with each other. If I go there, both of them will fight with me. I have no thing to become victorious over them. Therefore, I need not tell them, I need not convince them. See here, ख्याप्यमानम् अजातिं वै तैः अनुमोदामहे वयम् विवादामो न तैः सार्थम् अविवादं निबोधत. Now, this is a very high level of intelligence to be truly happy. First shloka meaning we say, then we'll see the bhashya. He says, Khyapyamanam ajatim taihi. Taihi khyapyamanam ajatim. The ajati which is established without their knowledge. but their own argument. Anumodamahe, we accept it. Taihi khyapyamanam ajatim anumodamahe. We enjoy the ajati which is established through their argument. Like, when two people are fighting or talking, both. Argue karo, fight karo, talk karo. If you are a third person quietly is listening, don't you learn from them? You learn it, you are happy with that, no? He's a wise person who learns from others' experiences or all the things. So then I am not here to educate them or anything. I am happy with myself. Taihi kyapyamanam ajatim anumodamahe. We are happy to accept or enjoy the ajati. उसमें हमको आनंद है. अनुवादा में वयम विवादामो न तैहि सार्थम. We will not do vivada with them. Why don't you do vivada? Because from our standpoint, they are not at all there. From their standpoint, they are holding on to one opinion. They don't want to give up. They are ready to kill each other, but not ready to accept other. When they cannot accept their only, how can they accept me? Therefore, my effort to explain to them will be futile. They only one day will have to come to me. What is the highest intelligence? Therefore, in Vyavahara, we have to learn from it. Is what? Learn from the worldly people's experiences. Use that knowledge and help yourself to be happy. Don't indulge involve in improving anybody, helping anybody beyond a limit. Our helps are only two. One help is we live the knowledge, seeing that others may get inspired. Second help is when they come to us asking help, that also when they are genuine, serious, sincere, deserving, we do the minimum help. That's how we have to save our skin at a highest level of maturity. Otherwise, on the name of helping, we only wasting all time energy. It's like people like us. On the name of helping people with Shastra Jnana, कोई सुनने को आता ही नहीं है. Our time is wasted. An intelligent person never speaks. Speaker is not intelligent, but he's slowly becoming intelligent. Once he becomes intelligent, he stops speaking on. Because intelligence is an experience, it's not a speech. Is it not? That is the highest guru, Dakshinamurti, chup, mauna vyakya. There's nothing to speak. Stop all speaking, talking, you will experience it. By the way, corollary understanding is what? In your own experience with others, or when mutually people are talking or doing any vyavahara, from that, catch the essence helpful to you, live that. No need to involve in any word. That is saving the skin. So he says, Khyapyamanam ajatim taihi anumodamahe vayam. Then, vivadamo natai sartham. We will not do vivada with them. Then, avivadam nivodata. And you all who are reading my karikas, you also establish in that vivada rahita ekamevadvayam brahma. And this is the other Upanishad like Mundakadi, Brahmavid bhavate nativadi. Is it not? Bhavate nativadi. Then ativadan titiksheta navamanyeta karhichitu. Then Narada Bhaktsutra vado navalambyaha bahulyavakashatvad anyetatvatcha. So these are all the lower level of explanation where you establish in truth, don't do vivada. Everywhere it is so. You establish in ahimsa. You need not do vivada with others. You establish in pure vegetarianism. Don't do vivada with the non-vegetarian. You can't conquer them. You establish in your punya satkarma duty. No need to do vivada with others. In this world, we are neither here to improve others nor here to change others. Here we are to learn ourselves and perform. The one to whom this clicks is no more a samsari. He is a pakka sadhaka. He is growing in his sadhana. Very soon he will get the siddhi also. This is the meaning of the mantra. Khyapyamanam ajatim taihi anumodamahe vayam taihi khyapyamanam ajatim vayam anumodamahe. Tai sardam navivadamaha. Then avivadam nivodat. What Bhashyakara says, let us see. Taihi evam khyapyamanam ajatim. That creationlessness, which is finally conveyed by them without their knowledge, but we got it. That knowledge, evam astu, this beings, let it be so. Iti anumodamahe. In this way, we accept it. Kevalam. Only that much we do. Then, natai sardham vivadamaha. We will not do vivada with them. Because paksha pratipaksha parigrahane na yathate anyonyaha iti abhiprayaha. Why? Because we will not fight with each other. We can't do. Paksha pratipaksha parigrahane na yathate anyonyaha iti abhiprayaha. Because we don't take opinions or positions to fight with each other. One of the highest thing in life, maturity is never take a paksha. Then tell the truth. Let them decide. You understand? पक्ष लिया तो पक्षपात आ जाएगा. Never ever take the opinion. Is it two people come fighting? You tell what is this, what is so. This is what the truth as per Shastra. You don't decide for them. Don't take anybody's position. जैसे I don't know beyond that. Conclude कभी नहीं करना किसी के जीवन में कभी भी. You are safe. अगर दोनों मिलकर पिटाई करेंगे हमारे. He says we have no paksha of this or paksha of there to talk to explain to them. Means ours is not a paksha to tell them because ours is one without second. There is no opponent to this. How do you say? That's what is proved. When they both argued, they said there is no creation. So in there is no creation, where is the argument? In the pure one without second Brahma, Ajata, then there is no two. Then how there is the argument? So what is there to argue or even to explain to them? जो पक्ष में होता है वही वाद करेगा, संवाद करेगा, विवाद करेगा, एक्सप्लेन करेगा. ये एक ही चीज है, क्या किसको बोलेगा? तो we can't tell them because we can't take paksha. अतः listen, tam avivadam, vivada rahitam, that which has no vivada, paramartha darshanam, the absolute truth, anugnatam, which is experienced by asmamihi, by us, nibodhata. You also stick to that. Hey Shishya. It's because not I am telling you, but it's because it is ultimate. No, it is such a high level of knowledge having a beautiful consequence. No, I tempted to explain it in so many examples, but I am curtailing all that. Somebody abused. Immediately give meaning to that word of abuse and feel insulted and argue, fight. Somebody abused. What is that? A sound, which has come from his mouth, which has come from the pranavayu, which is from Paramatma. So Paramatma only in this form. There is no difference between Paramatma and this Shabda. If you go into that Ajatavada, then you don't give a meaning to that word and feel insulted. I am talking about words. So to the creation of things and all. मूलतः परमात्मा से आया है सब, परमात्मा ही सब में व्याप्त है. Therefore, I will not value the specific forms of colors or beauties. Therefore, I am not cheated. The very sublime utility of this knowledge, if one gets habituated to. What is this? Though the world is appearing, but it is not at all created. Paramatma alone is there in that form. Therefore, everything is Paramatma. Therefore, for me, with everything, the connection relation is same. What is that? Paramatma is me, they are me. When they are me, how can I argue with myself? How can I desire myself? How can I hate myself? How can I attach to myself? All those go away. With what thing you are attached to of your own house? No, you use them, they are yours. सब मैं ही हूं तो किससे लड़ूं मैं? That's the consequence of this Ajatavad. Brahman alone. Kursi is not born from the plastic. Plastic alone is Kursi. is never born from Brahma. Therefore, where are you sitting then? You are sitting in Brahma only. Is it wrong to say you are sitting in plastic? It is absolute truth actually. Where is the kursi? Nowhere it is. It's not born only. What is the meaning of birth of kursi? That it came from nothing. How can it come from nothing? It has come from plastic only. Now, when it came from plastic, is there anything other than plastic? No. Then where did the chair born from? है ही नहीं तो उसको जन्म कैसे कहते हो? एवरी नूक एंड कॉर्नर ऑफ चेयर प्लास्टिक है. चेयर किधर है? हुआ क्या चेयर का जन्म? आप बताओ नहीं है. So in this way, when we go on doing, our thoughts, understandings that the world of names and forms are real, they slowly go away. They go away while going, they take away all problems and dukkha. It's like a leprosy patient comes to us with all his odor and infectious ability. He goes away, all that goes away. So too, the creation brings with it all problems. When you reject the creation, problems go away. But you have to establish it in the knowledge of Ekamevadhyam Brahma. From that standpoint, there is no creation. क्रिएशन नहीं हुआ तो मेंटेनेंस की क्या जरूरत है? फिर डिल्यूजन डिसोल्यूशन कहाँ होगा? सृष्टि स्थिति लय all of them are devalued. First intellectual, then in the practice, first you become drashta for it, then you become sakshi for it. Third, you will experience it as you. Now, example. When we are talking about the example of water, we talk about the water is reality, in that the ocean is superimposed and the rivers are imposed and all. This I am talking as a water objective other than to me. Now imagine a state where you yourself become water. What happens when I become myself water? Whatever I concluded about the water, that becomes my experience. That water is unborn, undying. Is it not? When I am with one water, let us say, what is the opinion of water? It says, I am neither ocean nor wave, they are never created in me. In fact, it says, what are you talking? I am always water only. If I become water, my experience is that. In the same way, the one who experiences Brahma Tattva, he knows he alone. Ajata, other than him is nothing. This is again ultimate. That is ultimate experience in which we have to establish. For that, you have to have the glimpse of experience. For that, you have to meditate and contemplate. For that, you have to become sakshi. For that, you have to become drashta. For that, you have to start sadhana. To do the sadhana starting, you have to intellectually understand. That is what is done in the satsanga. In the satsanga, the Bauddhika Jnanam is given and the upaya of the sadhana are told and the laksha is this indicated. We listen, then we start doing sadhana, then we experience. And what is the experience here? Brahman alone is reality. He is never born as the world. No. I am that Brahman. In me there is no creation. This is the experience. Don't say it objectively. Right now I am what? I am a part of this Jagat with this name and form, as this body, mind, intellect, as this individual, with his responsibility, with these desires, with these works, with those results, with these are Sukha Dukkha. How many ways we have confused ourselves? These are all ignorance. This is binding us. In this Upanishadic Jnana, when we lift our understanding, then you will see these are all not there. लाइक किसी से आप देखो एक गुस्सा वाला बंदा किसी से बात करो बेकार है यार करके यू विल लीव इट एवर नॉट इट्स अ वेरी स्वार्थी है यू लीव so to the entire world of duality is painful. Why are you holding on to it? Leave it. But it is a process. It doesn't happen suddenly. Well, so many complications are there in our misunderstandings which we are holding on to. So each of them have to be sorted. That is why so many shastra, so many times listening, so many times contemplation. A small symptomatic pain is there, doctor will give some tablet over. But if you have multiple complications of all organs, it takes its own effort, it takes its own time or not. The doctor will set right one. First, इसके दिल को बचाओ. First, heart should be stable. Pulse rate should be stable. At that time इसका हाथ पैर टूटा है तो he will not bother only because it can be put जयपुर से लाके और एक लगाओ, पहले इसका दिल धड़कना है. Once दिल धड़कना नॉर्मल होगा, the second important, third important, slowly in 6 8 months he is made to be conscious and get up and all. In the same way, we are such a patient of complications at every level of our misunderstandings, feelings, our acceptances, our ideas, our sankalpas, our desire, our identities, our involvements, our relativities. In so many places, we are confused. Now, one by one, we have to sort. Then only these things will achieve. That's why Siddhanta Drushti, you should always become stronger in Ekameva Dvayam Ajata Bhada. Yeah, Sadhana Drushti, you have to do Karma Yoga, you have to do Bhakti, you have to do Ashtanga, because these are the ones which remove all the complications. Without removing those complications, you can't reach. Without reaching that, you will never be liberated. That's why all our Vedanta Shastras have all these sadhanas included. If at all in Upanishads, the Advaita Vedanti Upanishad, the other sadhanas are not told means what? They are addressed to those students who have already gone through that. नहीं किया तो गुरु उनको सिखाते. That's why in the modern ashrams of matured gurus, they'll have Advaita Vedanta classes. They have a temple for worship also. They teach them yoga sadhanas. They also give seva in the ashram, karma yoga. He's a very mature guru who knows that what is required for. They are sent. Like in a very mature hospital, all departments are there. Therefore, an inpatient hai, depending on the X-ray, chamber le jao, dialysis, chamber में ले जाओ. You have to do the ultrasound, उधर ले जाओ. Is it not? Blood infusion, वहाँ ले जाओ. All are there. So the patient has to become healthy. So too, our Shastras want to make we the samsari patients healthy as a mukta. Therefore, they have all this. So by the way, though we have added some extra things, but it gives more clarity to understanding. So this way, our Karikakara, Bhashyakara, slowly giving us the highest standpoint of the knowledge. Though we don't deserve it now, we are not fit for it, but keep it as goal. Don't hate that. Don't dislike that. Don't fight with that. First thing we have to do in Satsanga and Shastra and Guru is don't fight with their standpoint. If you fight, you'll never go for it. First to say, I don't know now, but I don't disregard also. Slowly, when you purify and become more Shraddhalu, you will know the truth of it. Okay. Now the question is what? Why we don't want to do vivada with them because we are not one with them. Therefore, actually, what a kindness of Karikakara along with his maturity. He says, Baba, to know the truth, close your eyes and realize there's nothing to be doing vivada outside. In fact, in the entire world, just be inside happy. Don't do vada vivada even with your own mind, senses, and all. At a higher level, the mind senses when they commit mistake, they only suffer. So leave it to them. What I said is very very high level of logic. Easy समझ में नहीं आएगा. Okay. Now, जातस्य एव जन्मना अनर्थक्यात् अनवस्थानात् च अजातस्य एव पदार्थस्य जन्म सद्वादिनः असद्वादिनः च सर्वे अपि स्वीकुर्वन्ति इति परपक्षम् अनुवदति. In this shloka number 6, what he said is what? He is telling his as Ajatavada. Right? Earlier shloka I said will not do Vivada. But in this mantra, Vivada is not done, but what thing that is happening in them is put in front. What thing that is happening in them is put in front. Then Ajatavada is put in front. Now it is left for the onlooker. You look at what they are saying, you look at what it is here. Now you decide what is right or wrong. Neither we are arguing nor we are insisting. This is a beautiful way of delicately bringing us out not only of the Dvaitavadins but also from the arguments. The maturity in life is what? Negotiate in such a way that you are not caught up anywhere and reach out to your goal. When you drive a car, what is the maturity of driving? Not caught up anywhere but smoothly reaching your destination. We'll chant mantra today, meaning tomorrow. Ajatasya dharmasya जातिमिच्छन्ति वादिनः अजातो हि अमृतो धर्मः मर्त्यतां कथमेष्यति. Both of them Vadins actually talking of the birth of that which is already there, therefore cannot be born. Having said so, now he is putting a question, not an argument. He says, Ajataha Amrutaha Dharmaha. That Parabrahma is said to be unborn and never dying. That is all Upanishadic quotation. You can't deny Upanishad. जितना भी आर्ग्यू करते हैं ना, एक अथॉरिटी तो होना है, वो शास्त्र. On the authority of Shastra only they discuss. In the Shastra is said as Ajata and Amruta. Now how can it be born then? How can it be dying then? See, the observe the same thing, water and wave. What is born and what is dying there? Is the water born? Is the water dying? No. And water is reality. Where is the wave actually in the water if you see like that? Not at all there. Then how do you talk about birth and death of it? Just to become careful in these examples, subtlety starts coming to us. Okay, tomorrow we'll start seeing these mantras also in Bhashya and thoda thoda. And wherever it appears to be tough, I'll try to make it lighter or we'll skip it. Okay, be with me for some days so that तुम आगे बढ़ेंगे. अब ज़्यादा मुश्किल लगेगा, we'll leave it and we go for Taittiriya Upanishad if required. Let us see what Lord wants. Thank you. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasa Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Om Sri Guru Bhyo Namah Paramarshibhyo Namah Parabrahmane Namah Srutimatre Namah Om Tat Sat Brahmarpanamastu. Om Ajatasya Dharmasya Jati Vichanti Vadinaha अजातो ह्यमृतो धर्मः मर्त्यतां कथमेष्यति. No, 4, 5, 6. 3 mantras, you do 3 times. Bhutam na jayate kinchit abhutam naiva jayate vivadanto vayahyeva ajatim khyavayanti te. Bhutam na jayate kinchit abhutam naiva jayate vivadanto vayahyeva ajatim khyavayanti te. Bhutam na jayate kinchit abhutam naiva jayate vivadanto vayahyeva ajatim khyavayanti te. ख्याप्यमानाम जातिन्तैरनुमोदामहे वयं विवदामो न तैः सार्धम् अभिवादं निबोधतः. ख्याप्यमानाम जातिं वै तैः अनुमोदामहे वयं विवदामो न तैः सार्धम् अभिवादं निबोधत. ख्याप्यमानाम जातिन्तैरनुमोदामहे वयं विवदामो न तैः सार्धम् अभिवादं निबोधत. अजातस्यैव धर्मस्य जातिमिच्छन्ति वादिनः अजातो हि अमृतो धर्मः मर्त्यतां कथमेष्यति. अजातस्यैव धर्मस्य जातिमिच्छन्ति वादिनः अजातो हि अमृतो धर्मः मर्त्यतां कथमेष्यते. अजातस्यैव धर्मस्य जातिमिच्छन्ति वादिनः अजातो हि अमृतो धर्मः मर्त्यतां कथमेष्यति. ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ Today's thought was Shastra Jnana Shakti. Very serious thought. The more you take it seriously, sincerely, the more we are benefited. Thank you. Om Shanti. Now come for a 2 minutes, 10 minutes of chanting of Parayana Bhashya or one more class.